Hey guys, it's Lauren here, just coming to you today with a double page Project Life spread. I'm a little bit behind in Project Life, so here I am working on April here, and I have to admit there's a few pages before April that still haven't been done, but I'm going to block out some time and try and catch up. But I want to share this double page with you because it's using the beautiful Heidi Swapp Hawthorn collection. Now, I recently had the pleasure of spending a bit of time with Heidi when she came out to Australia to teach some classes. So I got lots and lots of yummy Heidi Swapp goodies and was inspired out of my mind by this amazingly creative, inspiring person. Heidi's just one of my long time inspiration mentors in the scrapbooking industry. She's been scrapbooking longer than I have, and I've been scrapbooking for well over 20 years now. So it was lovely to catch up with her and pick up this beautiful collection and work with it. My Project Life layouts are all about, well, majority of the photos are about Anzac Day, which is a day that we remember our fallen soldiers that fought for us a long time ago and enabled us to live in this country the way we would like to live. So it's an important time to document. We celebrate and remember this time every year as a family, and we go downtown and we march in the parade and spend time with family and be grateful for the way we live in our country today because of them. So this double page is special, and these deep colours that are in the Hawthorn collection, I thought they just resonated with me in these photos. So from the class we had a whole lot of scraps left over, and I thought these would be perfect to make them into little 3x4 cards for Project Life, whether they all get used in this spread or not. It's nice to use up your scraps and make your own set of 3x4 cards. So I encourage you that when you're putting together pages and layouts, if you've got scraps, just chop them up into 3x4 cards, sit them somewhere, and you're developing a little stockpile of Project Life, cards to use on all your layouts, which, sometimes it's nice just to quickly grab some cards, slip them in, whack some stickers on and some journaling, and it all comes together quite quickly. So that's what I've done here with this Hawthorn collection, just use my scraps up, and I'm just trying to place out at this time what I think sort of feels good here, and just using the scraps up there. So I came up with this looks like a sort of like grid lines map. It's like a map that's deeper than a map. It's like the gradients. I honestly don't know. Maybe you guys could tell me in the comments what kind of map it is, but it does tend to look like maps that I would think geologists would look at, or really smart people. Anyway, so here we are. I'm just placing out here. I'm having a think about some ideas where I'd like things to go, sort of setting out the main idea before I start to work on each card. My gorgeous son up the top there, I was leaving to go somewhere. He came over to the car to talk to me, and he had the puppy, and I grabbed my camera out and he's like, "No more photos, Mum." He doesn't let me take any photos, much to my dismay. And I said, "Oh, just give me one." So he stepped back, took a smile, and then he ran off. So I grabbed that and popped him into my Project Life album, because I want to take photos of him all the time, but I'm trying to be a respectful mum to a adolescent boy who doesn't like his photo taken at the moment, but trying to find that balance. I don't know, do you guys have any teenage sons or daughters that don't want their photo taken and are trying to make these beautiful Project Life albums to document their life? If you've got any tips and tricks for this mama, I'd love to hear that. I would love to, please. Yeah, so I work with this date stamp. It's from L Studio. This date stamp is going to be carried through my entire 2018 album, just to keep some consistency in the album. I also see that Anzac Day card sign there. That's another thing I'm trying to be consistent with throughout my 2018 album, is just to make my own Project Life cards with my own titles using that exact font, and I simply just use the Rona Designs app, create my text, and then print them out on my Canon Selfie, which makes a really quick and easy way to create custom Project Life cards. And I try and do that at the end of each month when I'm printing my photos, is also just quickly go through the photos, do some title cards, print them out at the same time and slot them in so they're ready to go. So I'm actually up to date with my Project Life in relation to photos and title cards, so they're all in the sleeves, but it's just getting time to amp them up and add that really important journaling so we can remember what it's all about, not just have photos there, have that journaling to prompt down memories and things like that. So I like to journal straight onto my cardstock. I love to use my own handwriting, although at times I'm not happy with my handwriting. It's I guess it's something that a lot of scrapbookers face. I really wanted this 2018 album just to hold on to Mum's handwriting. Hold on to when you're flicking through it. Yeah, that is Mum's handwriting. That is my handwriting. And I just want to remove any barrier to making it time consuming. Otherwise, I know that I won't be able to get through the year. So things like typing up my journaling and things like that, I'm trying to cut that out. And I think when I look back up into where I'm up to, my handwriting overall doesn't seem to bother me. So I encourage you guys to be brave with your handwriting. We're time poor as busy mums, and it's a way just to, get it done. Feel that sense of accomplishment when your month's done or your double page is done, and just be brave and do it. And I guarantee you that it will feel okay in the end. Trust me. I'm becoming more confident the more I do it. And I think like in anything we do, the more you do it, the more confident you become. And with handwriting, that's certainly been the case for me with that one. So as you can see, I'm just layering up my cards. I'm just looking through all the coordinating embellishments in this collection. And I've also pulled in a sticker book that seems to have the same feel as the Hawthorn collection. Well, I've been able to draw some elements from it. And that is the American Craft sticker book. And it's by Jen Hadfield and Home Plus Made. It's got a little plus symbol in there, so homemade. And those beautiful colours, these sticker books are great because with Project Life we just often want to add that little tiny embellishment there because our photo might use up a lot of the space. So these sticker books are really great, and this one by Jen Hadfield is absolutely stunning and has some of those similar tones as the Hawthorn collection of Heidi Swapp's. I don't know about you guys, does anyone out there like to stick things on top of their page protectors? Sometimes I've done this a couple of times up until April in my Project Life album, and I really love it. It almost feels interactive when it's not interactive at all, but it sort of brings the layout out. And these couple of gold foiled acetate pieces were perfect just to sit on top, and I just used some glossy accents as my adhesive and really made sure that every little part was stuck down to make it really durable in my album. I'm not rough with my album by any stretch of the means, but when something's sticking on top of the page protector, because it has that surface, we really want to make sure it's stuck down and can't be just sort of peeled off. So those two, the Today and the Authentic, I sat really nicely on there. I encourage you that when you're when you're working with a product that's sitting on top of your page protector, make sure you've completed the reverse side, or make sure that when where you're adhering it doesn't impact the reverse side of the page. I've done it before in the past. I've stuck everything down, then realised I haven't scrapbooked the other side. I haven't completed my pages on the other side, so I've had to sort of peel up and manipulate where that piece is sitting on the top of the plastic sleeve, so that I actually can work on the pockets on the reverse side. So as you saw me there with the today up the top, I actually wiped the bottom of the Y at the end because I knew that I would have to work on the sleeve that's behind that photo of my 3 beautiful children there. Here I am adding some journaling. This part of journaling was really important to me. The figure that you see in the above the photo that you see above the authentic hat, that statue has a scarf on it, and my beautiful mother there's 2 statues, replicas, down in the park, and my mother had knitted 2 scarves to place on the statues for Anzac Day to represent the women in the war, the caregivers, the women that were making sure the homes were right, making sure the children were right while their men were off to war, the nurses that were in the war. She wanted to represent the nurturers at that time. So she snuck down the night before Anzac Day's Eve and put these scarves on these statues, so that in the morning when the ceremony would begin and the town would come together at this time, you would see these scarves on the statues. Unfortunately, they were removed, but it certainly was the talk amongst the town for a little while, which was lovely, which was a lovely chatter. And I think, our fallen soldiers and our soldiers gave greatly, but there was a huge contribution from the women in that time too, and my mother really wanted to highlight that in the way she knew how to highlight that. So that's a beautiful memory, and that's journaled there. And I know that in years to come that I might look at that photo and not remember the intricacies of what was happening at that time. We all live in a busy life, and even our heads are busy, and so we forget sometimes the little details. And that's what I really love about Project Life. It's an opportunity to journal the intricacies of our day-to-day, our year by year, to get a real snapshot of our experiences and our memories to reflect on in years to come, and for your children to reflect on, and your children's children to reflect on. So, the more I do Project Life, the more I realise how important it is, and I certainly am enjoying it, which is making this whole really this process, which takes a big commitment, makes it all the more pleasurable. So here I am, I flipped over to the other side, and I'm just using some of those Jen Hadfield sticker book pieces to add some extra little bits and bobs on the photos that are quite heavy. So a couple of little love hearts there of me with my little nephew on my shoulders, some stickers and titles just randomly placed on some photos. This layout is quite photo heavy. I've just got those 2 pockets down below, which is of beside my husband there finishing a puzzle. I love puzzles at the moment. I love puzzles when I'm stressed. Such a good way for me to switch off and just really narrow my focus down, and it settles me really well. So every now and then we pull out a puzzle, and it's a lovely time where my family comes together and we all put a piece in here and there. And even just sitting and talking with my gorgeous husband, we don't often get to do that, so we're just so busy. So it was nice just to have him sitting there, and I just grabbed my phone and snapped a shot of him, just us spending a little bit of time together chatting about our week and our day and where the kids are up to, which was really, really lovely. So often with your Project Life spread, you'll get a quite heavy cardstock colour there. So I had those 2 cowhide sort of prints there. I really love them. I felt that it sort of matched the page, but they're very heavy, so I can't journal just on top of them. So I wanted to add some layers, add some lighter cardstock that I could journal on, and add some stickers and things to make them pop. So here I am doing that with just a few of the Heidi Swapp stickers there, and a cute little Jen Hadfield gold heart. Thank goodness she put 1,000 of those in her sticker book, because I'm going to use them all. Adding my journaling, and we have a little bit of card. Also, we need to finish off with some Heidi Shine, just to add that little bit of sparkle. This is the gold coloured Heidi Shine. If you can pick up some of that, do, because I understand it's been discontinued, which is breaking the hearts of scrapbookers all over the world, I'm sure. I'm certainly treasuring the last 2 bottles that I have, and hopefully I can find something that does an equally as good job there. So I'm just having a little fiddle with some offcuts there to start, layering up that other piece of cowhide there. Use your offcuts up, use them up, put them together. They will come together. If the collection coordinates, add a little bit of a cluster, whack it together, and it will work, I promise you. Be brave and just do it. A couple of Jen Hadfield stickers there, cute little house, really homey and warm. Adding a little bit of journaling to finish that off as well, and also some Heidi Swapp Colour Shine will splash on there, and then it will be done. I hope you've loved my double page for my Project Life album. I realised I just chatted about, thoughts and feelings and things that I think are important, but I'm sure you can work out the gist of what I was doing. Check out the Heidi Swapp Hawthorn collection. It's stunning. And if you like my style and you like hearing me have a bit of a chat, give me a like and subscribe to my channel. That would be wonderful. Happy scrapping, guys. Enjoy your Project Life. Take care. Bye.